All right, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to a new video. I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate it for clicking on the video today. We got a few pieces of intel regarding Black Ops 6, a couple trailers, some campaign rewards. So today will probably be a little bit of a shorter one. Just gonna watch the trailers, react to them. I haven't watched them purposely so I could make a video on them. So like I said, I think it's just a couple trailers, something with the campaign, some campaign rewards. So yeah, let's check out this first trailer here.
War is over.
My guess is that they're planning a spectacle of some kind. Something that'll scare the hell out of people.
Coalition forces launched the operation 2 weeks ago against Saddam Hussein. They're taking out as many strategic targets from the air as possible.
Do it.
All stations weapons free.
It's a biological weapon. And they put this in Saddam's hands too?
Isn't that your friend?
The nature of our enemy is unclear now.
We're not alone. They would kill each one of you given the open shot.
Time we had a chat.
Pre-order the Vault Edition now.
All right, guys, so that was the first trailer. As we all know by now, the campaign has no early access this year. So I don't know if they're trying to, I mean, we always get like hype campaign, like very cinematic, like footage like that upcoming, like when we get close to the launch. But this year with the campaign not having early access, I think they've gotten like a lot of feedback just saying like, hey, you know, what's the point of this? You know, the only reason I played the campaign was because it was early access. And me, for the past couple of years, it's been the case. Like when I was younger, obviously didn't know like the whole world of multiplayer exists, and obviously multiplayer COD wasn't that big back then, so the campaign was kind of like, the campaign was what you got Call of Duty for, in my opinion. So but yeah, like I said, in the recent years, you know, the only reason I was playing is because, you know, they offer you early access if you pre-order, so obviously you get your hands on a portion of the game a little early. This year that's not happening. So we have one more trailer, I think, here, a couple more, it looks like a trailer and then a full video. So let's play the second trailer here for you guys.
World of Black Ops began in 1961 when CIA operatives Frank Woods, Alex Mason, and Jason Hudson set off on a decade-long journey through the darkest corners of the world. That journey culminated in 1968 when they stopped a plot to activate deadly sleeper agents embedded inside the United States. 13 years later, at the height of the Cold War, Mason, Woods, and Hudson joined fellow operative Russell Adler. Together, they hunted down the Soviet spy Perseus, leader of a rogue organization intent on dismantling the West. In 1981, Adler's team prevented Perseus from detonating dozens of neutron bombs placed across Europe. Flash forward to 1986, Mason, Woods, and Hudson learned that South American cartel boss Raul Menendez had moles within the CIA. They tracked the drug lord to Nicaragua, where Woods, after a fierce battle with Menendez, presumed him killed in action. 3 years later, in 1989, a CIA operation in Panama ended tragically when Woods was tricked into shooting and killing his best friend, Alex Mason. Raul Menendez, back from the dead, captured Woods and revealed himself as the mastermind behind the Panama plot. He then killed Hudson and shot Woods, leaving him maimed but alive, so that Woods might suffer as Menendez had suffered. Now, every sacrifice, every secret, every conspiracy has led them to the year 1991. In a time when the enemy has eyes everywhere, how do you know who to trust? Pre-order the Vault Edition now.
All right, so I'm not gonna lie, the campaign looks really hype. I'm glad we went back and played the Black Ops 1 campaign. I played the Black Ops 2 campaign and I think I started the Cold War campaign. Nonetheless, we played the Black Ops 1. Ideally, I would play every single one up to this point so we'd have kind of the full story. I'm glad that kind of broke it down a little bit. But if you guys want to check out the Black Ops 1 campaign playthrough, check it out, because we did play through it not too long ago, and that's honestly probably, I know Modern Warfare 2 is like probably a majority of people's favorite campaign, that or COD 4. So just to experience that again for like my 11-year-old self was just super fun. I remember a lot of the missions, so it was just cool getting to go back and play that. But the campaign looks awesome, man. Like, I feel like it's gonna be really fun. If I'm being completely honest, I'm probably not gonna get to it until like January or February. Like, these first few months of the game are just gonna be grinding out multiplayer for sure, and probably some resurgence and stuff like that. But like, I just feel like you'd have so many more people playing it if you had early access. Like, all these people already pre-ordered it, mainly just to get like the pre-order stuff if you got the Vault Edition, and then early access to the beta, which now is irrelevant because it was a couple months ago already. So I mean, I feel like part of it is because they're offering these rewards. So I think it's really cool that they're offering stuff maybe to just like entice people to, you know, play the campaign first. And I've seen like a lot of YouTubers just be like, yeah, the first thing I'm playing is the campaign. Like, I don't know, to me, like, you just gotta instantly jump in multiplayer. Maybe part of me wants to play the campaign first, but I just don't think that's gonna happen. So but here's some of the rewards. I mean, some of the blueprints and stuff look pretty cool. So we have one final, it says campaign intel drop. So yeah, we'll check this out, guys. And like I said, this is just kind of like filling you guys in as intel, you know, hype for Black Ops 6. So we'll check this out, and then that'll probably be the end of the video. So let's just jump into this last piece of intel here.
The campaign is definitely like playing through a summer blockbuster that is accessible to anybody coming in.
Black Ops 6 follows the events of both Cold War and then the 1980s part of Black Ops 2.
Story takes place in 1991. Frank Woods had been on a mission in Panama that had gone south because there was apparently a mole within the CIA that betrayed them. Jason Hudson got killed. Alex Mason was killed by Woods' hand unintentionally. So what we're dealing with is some of the aftermath of those events. Our major returning characters are Frank Woods. He's a man of action, but he's not able to actually get out in the field anymore. We also have Russell Adler. No one quite understands his motivations, so he's difficult to trust.
As far as new characters, we have Troy Marshall brings leadership, and then Savati Dumas, she's the master of disguise.
And Felix Newman is a tech genius.
Their arcs are very like, I don't know who to trust. I don't necessarily trust anybody in this room, but we know that we have like a similar goal.
When we were starting to think of a campaign, we first start with our era. So we knew we wanted to touch on the Gulf War. We'll hit Kuwait, Iraq, Washington, D.C., Soviet Union. And then from there, we fill in the gaps with, you know, what are just cool locations that we want to do that are fun, provide big experiences, big moments, and really fit the characters in the story.
Call of Duty has many landmarks, either existing or fictional one that is heavily related with real life, real war, real events.
The sheer variety in the game is pretty spectacular in that there's a lot of space to explore. The player can do it in any order they want. We're allowing different strategies in these spaces.
You'll find that your buddy played it differently and they got a whole different result, or that something happened to them that didn't happen to you. So there's a lot of replayability.
The safe house is a place to go in between missions. It gives the player a chance to explore.
It's where you can really see these characters and feel who they are and what they're going through.
There is also upgrade stations, so the player can upgrade themselves with improved equipment, improved abilities.
The safe house will grow as the player progresses through the game. The set dress will change, the visuals will change, and you'll notice different things that weren't there before.
So the player is playing a CIA operative named William Calderon. He goes by Case.
Throughout the campaign, you'll be playing as Case, but there are other opportunities and other missions where you will play as other members of the team. And under the radar, you're playing as Sev, and she gets her own uniform and is disguised as a person who's working the base. We're hammering home to the player, this is a different character you're playing as. And so prototyping a mechanic around her having heightened keen eye senses, integrating that into the flow of the mission worked really well.
I think my favorite part is in High Rollers. You're going to go in there, pretend you are one of the customers, and break into the underground vault and get that cash out.
My favorite mission is Emergence. It's a classic Black Ops, mind twisting, don't really know what's going on sort of vibe to it. And I think players are really, really going to enjoy it.
Yeah, we put a lot of love into this game. A lot of people have worked hard on it, and we're super excited with how it turned out. I can't wait for people to play it this fall.
Guys, wait. I didn't know anything about... Okay, first of all, let's cover the part where they were talking about replayability, where they were like, your buddy's gonna have... he could have a completely different outcome. They said that last year with Modern Warfare 3, and we all know how that kind of worked out. If you've never played a Call of Duty campaign before, it's very streamlined, right? It's like press square, press X, depending on which controller you're using. I just had to press X to talk to this guy, snipe this guy, run to this door, open this gate. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of dynamic to it, but it was always good because it was Call of Duty. I don't know, it just had that kind of like I said, very streamlined feel to it. But the way they're making it sound this year, and the way they made it sound last year as well, which I hope they're not doing like the open world drop in loot up armor like that. It was dog shit, I'm gonna be honest. Sledge missed the mark on that one. But this year, if there's actually different ways you can end the story, and if it completely changes, I just don't see that like being possible, because like I said, it's so streamlined. Like I feel like you have to just funnel people into eventually having the same outcome. But like I said, we'll see. And also this safe house thing, this sounds super epic. Like if you find different stuff throughout like the missions, and like, you know how you could find like the intel like throughout modes, and or like collect the teddy bears like throughout the missions, and then if you can like upgrade your safe house and like get better gear and armor, this just sounds lit, bro. Like, I mean, this reminds me of like World War II headquarters, but for the campaign. So this looks really epic. I wasn't aware of this. I remember like hearing about like the safe house, but yeah, man, like I said, they might have cooked. So we'll see. Like I said, we're gonna get to the campaign. I just can't promise you guys it's gonna be super fast. So yeah, like I said, it looks really epic. It looks really cool. Let me know what you guys are gonna be playing first when Black Ops 6 comes out, whether that be the campaign, multiplayer, and or zombies. But that's gonna be it for the video, guys. If we get any more intel regarding Black Ops 6, I'll make sure to update you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.